Hey, 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 beautiful soul family. Welcome to the Tuesday Daily Divine here live. My name's lisalyle, and I am here to support our souls to shine in the here and now. So, a very warm welcome to anyone who's new and may just be coming across this live stream or replay. I trust that whenever this message finds you, that there will be something here that supports you on your spiritual journey, your awakening, and of course, your path to healing. At this time, I'd like to ask that I am a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting our greatest and highest manifestations in this lifetime to the experience of heaven on earth via our very own calm central nervous systems. 111, make a wish. We were born for this, and we were actually born for bliss. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Oh, I'm going to give it a couple of seconds here, take some water. And then if no one shows up for the live, I'm going to simply do an intuitive energy forecast. Today's date, as the guy with the whippersnapper is outside the window. It's actually not a whippersnapper. It's one of those like leaf blowers or something. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in. It's June 3rd, 2025. We are in the thick of Gemini season. We are 8 days away from our full moon in Sagittarius on June the 11th of 2025. And we'll talk more about that on Saturday night live. I wanted to start today's connection off with sharing something a message, some writing I did yesterday. Initially, it was just my thoughts, and then it shifted to automatic writing, so source guided writing. I hope this guy really calms down with his weed blower or leaf blower. And so it feels like it's important to share this piece of writing to perhaps encourage some of our own reflection, encourage some of your reflection in your own experience, as well as it is an energetic collective. So we're all feeling stuff, we're all feeling it, and we're the lucky ones because at least we know that we're in the midst of a massive spiritual awakening, and in fact, a transition from a really patriarchal time in human HUE history into a more matriarchal paradigm, loving and kind, and really the medicine this world needs. So thank you for being the medicine, and thank you for showing up and really supporting humanity. I know that sounds like so big, and yet when you do your inner work, when you focus on healing what may be wounded within you and your experience, that in itself is a gift to the collective. And the more that we can stabilize in our energies, and it really does feel like Gemini season is encouraging us to find balance within, to come into balance in our day-to-day experience. So after yesterday's live, if you haven't seen it, you may want to go back and have a look. It was meant to be interactive angel messages, and it turned into something not entirely completely different, just something that was unexpected. I did drop an F-bomb in there. I'm sorry, no offense was intended. It was in the moment, and I've been guided to leave that video up for the time being. So here's the the writing that came through yesterday. And as you can see over here, upper and lowercase letters. And then when we get down over here, that's where love win. At that point, that's when it became a conscious stream from source, messages of encouragement for us. So here we go. Confronting our fears head on clears the way to our feelings of safety and security. Your purity of heart makes you courageous. Face yourself, see yourself, free yourself from the fear of harm deep within. Support peace within the human, HUE, skin. Here's where it changes, love win. Let love lead. You are safe. God's ease. God speed. Slow down. Ground down. Love abounds. Be brave. Joyful courageousness. Outrageousness. Co-creativeness. Stop underrating yourself and your power. Sacred you are in each and every hour. Hey, brother Milos, welcome. I've missed you. You are sacred in each and every hour. Claim your power. Harness goodness and courage. And that is, as far as that message went, I am, after this live today, going to reread and sit with it and see if anything else comes in. I had a phone call come in that I had to take, so it just really it stopped right there. And yet, hey, witness 222, Milos, I hope you're doing well. How's it going? And how are you today, too, Witness 222? The big message of the now really feels like facing our fears head on, right? So for those who were here yesterday, I did have an opportunity to introduce myself to the gentleman that was hanging outside of the window yesterday during the live. And yeah, awesome, brother. I'm with you. We're doing it, though. We're doing it. We are the Do Crew. We are doing it. Yes, we are doing it. We are expanding. And expansion, and this work doesn't, it's not easy, and it's not for the faint of heart. Most would turn away. So yesterday, during the live, those who were here, if you don't know what I'm talking about, all you have to do is go back to yesterday's video, which is in the Monday Angels playlist, and at about 6 minutes and 30 seconds in, you'll see what I'm speaking about. Anyways, I had an opportunity to face some fear head on yesterday, and I went and I introduced myself to the gentleman, and his name's Marcus, and I didn't feel any ill toward vibe when I made the connection. I straight out asked the gentleman if he intended to cause me any harm, and he kind of smirked and probably thought, what is with this woman? And yet I faced my fear head on, and I feel much better about it. And another interesting thing, he hasn't been seen since. So there's that. When we face our fears head on, and it is the purity of our heart that makes us courageous. I know that I am safe in God's loving embrace. And I know that I walk this world with legions of angels on my side, all sides, leading me forward. And so that's the same for you too. And so, as like Milo says, he's here licking his wounds and he's facing his fears full on frontal lobe, which for men doesn't develop fully, or perhaps it's for all of us, until the age of 25. So can you imagine? I just look at my son. He's 21, and for the most part, had a pretty decent childhood. Although there was trauma that he has experienced, and his brain is still developing. And then think about it, when our developing brain, we add things like drugs, alcohol, sex, and all of that into the mix, we really mess ourselves up early in life. And we can, I know I'm preaching to the choir here because you all know it. We're no longer making excuses for what happened back there or for ourselves. We're no longer limiting ourselves. How could we when the entire loving universe is encouraging us to expand right here and now on the ground that we stand? And, uh, deep, deep reverence and respect to all of you. Thank you so much for the sacred work you do. I feel it and I absolutely adore you. And I know that it's not easy, and those who are here resonating with anything that I share, particularly in each and every now moment, that you come across these messages, especially if you're here real time. Folks, we're in the thick of it. We are in the thick of it. And at least we know, right? At least we know. So there's hope. And it's going to be 11:11. I was kind of waiting for that. 11:11 and the 333. And I'm working with the beautiful healing energy cards, deck 1 and 2 here, from my gorgeous sister of the heart, Leanne Peters at Temple of Balance. If you haven't checked her out, please do. She's amazing, amazing. And this comes from the original deck, and I love it because last week when we worked with these cards, we got 2 or 3 cards from the new deck, and so that was really speaking about sort of the newness that was ushering in. This is going back old school, reminding us that this is exactly what we're here for. And it would be triple threes across the board because there's currently 3 live viewers, 3 thumbs up. So thank you. Yay, balanced. And here's another 3. So 3, the consciousness, the light of Christ waking from within us and our experience, the Holy Trinity, the divine feminine, the masculine, and the child, mother, father, God, creation. Double threes, the path of forgiveness. This was mentioned a lot yesterday near the end of the live stream, that this is so important for us to forgive ourselves for what we view as missteps or what we perceive, how we judge ourselves, right? And then the triple three, the ascended master energy, the divine feminine, the goddess, the earth mother, and that's what it's all about. We're here to be the healers, the lovers, the medicine people, the voice, the voice of speaking, even when our voice is shaking, even when we are maybe on the verge of tears, speaking it, because when we speak things, we make them real. And when we face things that we're afraid of, like the boogeyman or whatever, and we face it, we realize perhaps that there's nothing to be afraid of anyways. And yet in the facing, it's an act of courage, of standing up for ourselves, showing up for ourselves at 1333, and thereby showing others by example how it's done, right? And it's not easy, and yet we can make it fun. Star galactic connections. Did anyone, so we're at the half moon phase here in I was going to make some snarky remark. I'm not going to. Here in Canada, we've got, it's like they call it forest fire season. Others call it arson season. And so the West, the Manitoba and Saskatchewan are burning right now. And the smoke is coming this way into Ontario. So Ontario, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, BC, British Columbia. So, excuse me. So the smoke is coming in, and the moon and even the sun last night as it was setting was red, and it looked beautiful. And all I could think of is like, it's really representative of our heart's burning desires, right? And the need for us feeling the heart's burning desire to ground in. so that we can continue to feed and stoke our inner fire so that we can really expand into the here and now. Because those of you who have been at this for a long time, like there's going to be tremendous amounts of changes in the world, especially in the West. Your cushy way of life is no longer going to exist. It probably doesn't currently, as you once knew it. And it's bound to get more terrible, if you will, thanks to your government. Thanks to your government. And yeah, like in some places it never will. It never was. Here it was kind of a cushy way of life, and Canadians, North Americans, always considered, the first world, and everyone wanted to be the first world. Well, now the first world is importing. That's terrible, Milos, and that should not. I have great hope for a day where that is not the experience of the child, because that is friggin' horrific. And, it's becoming horrific here too, in different ways. And I'm not, not to diminish what you've been through. I can only speak from my experience here. Currently, North America is importing the third world, and North America is essentially becoming the third world. Canada, in the first 4 months of 2025, has allowed in 500,000 temporary foreign workers who will then go and claim refugee status. As a Canadian, you can work in this country for 50 years of your life, and at the end of your 50 years of service to this country and paying taxes, the government will issue you a check for about $1,500 a month, and that may be in the form of 2 checks through the Canada Pension Plan and the old age, the old age plan, pension plan. If you're a refugee in Canada and you land here today, and you're a refugee, you're going to get upwards of $3,800 a month from the get-go. And it's absolute lunacy. It's absolute lunacy. And, so be it. Because it doesn't matter for someone like me who is here creating her own pathway, forging a new path, creating the experience of heaven on earth. And I will continue to speak about these things, which are important issues here in Canada. And they're not just important issues here in Canada. It's a global thing, folks. And if you want to look who Canada is aligning with now, the Crown, come on. Redonkulous. The UK, Europe, the European Union, which is having its own issues. It's fallen apart like Canada is. The UK is the same. Ireland, at least the premier in Ireland, he seems like he's a sensible young man, and he's, looking for some change. So again, let's not go off there too much. This is about us expanding into the now and supporting the change. Europe is falling. Canada's falling. Canada's got one of the most abundantly natural resource rich countries in the world, and it sits in the ground, and they haggle over it. And we've got this the Carney's in town. The Carney's running the country, man. And he destroyed Europe, global banker, head of the what do they call it? The global bank of the UK or whatever, and the Canadian bank as well, the Bank of the UK and the Bank of Canada. What a mess. What a joke. And it's all these billionaires, right? That's why I don't understand why the average folks, wherever you are in the world, keep voting for billionaire old white dudes. I don't get it. And I'm not saying that a woman is the solution. No, I'm saying what's the solution is grassroots. People standing up, rising up. Maybe it's a woman, maybe it's a man. Who knows? What we're doing is not working. It's not working for us, but I can bet you that the premier and all of his buddies, or prime minister, I guess he's called, and all of his buddies, like the king and all these guys, they're going to keep getting rich on your back. I'm working every 5 days a week. I work a job that barely keeps a roof over my head. And, there's someone new that's arrived in this country that we're handing out $4,000 almost $4,000 too. Are you kidding me? I don't make that in a take home in a month. So it's a sick system. And until we start talking of them, yeah, most of them on the Epstein list. The um the Meadows, it rhymes with Meadows, but starts with a P. Those people run the world. They run the world. And there's a lot of people that admire them because they don't believe that they do those things. Yes, they do. And they do it to your child too if they had the chance. Right? Come on. Stop. I've been talking this foolishness for you know, a long time. And it's probably why my circle in real life is very small, because people can't handle the truth. Jack Nicholson said it in whatever that movie was. A Few Good Men. Probably one of the last movies I really watched, because honestly, they tell you everything they're doing to you. Contagion. Anyone see that movie? It's like a script. We were hearing the script on all the news stations worldwide a few years ago, 5 years ago or so. Anyways, we're not that, right? It's important though that we speak about that. 2112. I mean, because it's not just here in Canada. We're all feeling it, right? And it's like, this is like charity begins at home, clarity and organization. And what did it say? It's the purity of our heart. What did that say? Okay, I'm going to read it again. Confronting our fears head on clears the way to our feelings of safety and security. Your purity of heart makes you courageous. Free yourself, see yourself, free yourself from the fear of harm deep within. Support peace within the human skin. Let love win, let love lead. You are safe. God's ease, God's speed. Slow down. Ground down. Love abounds. Be brave. Joyful courageousness. Outrageousness. Co-creativeness. Stop underrating yourself and your power. Stop underrating yourself and your power. Everyone, say it with me. I will stop underrating myself and my power. I will stand my ground this very hour. I will use my voice for good. You may not like the good, may not like what we may not like what we hear. And if we don't like what we hear, there's an opportunity for us to change it, to say something, to face it. Sacred you are in each and every hour. Claim your power. Harness goodness and courage. We'll see if something more comes from that today. And tidy your house. Get clear. This is a new beginning. We are the magicians. We've got all the elements. We have all the resources. We have everything we need to experience so much more. Are we open to expanding? Are we willing to walk the path of forgiveness? Are we willing to walk through this life as if we are the living light, as if we are the resurrection of the light here and now, the resurrection of the consciousness of Christ? Brothers and sisters, linking arms, not bearing arms. Come on. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. Star galactic connections, reconnect with your star home, intergalactic travel, heal, expand your perceptions, gateways to other dimensions. Who's the gateway? We are. Who's the courageous one? We are. You are. Thank you. Bless your beautiful heart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Take care of the home front. This is where the real work is done. Charity begins at home. It begins in your daily practices, your daily discipline, your daily routines, your habits, all of it. This is so cute. It looks like a tree house. I love it. There's a house in my neighborhood. Oh my gosh, I love this house. And the sale sign went on it today. I was like, oh my gosh, someone needs to buy me that house. It's so beautiful and it backs onto the green space here. And it's just cute. It's this little cute white house and it's got, these little gables that are blue. It looks like something like that. It's so cute. Clarity and organization. If you're feeling unclear about your direction, they're saying bottom card, so I'll take it. If you're feeling unclear about your direction, you are the bridge. Possibility for union, never mind union with the other. Possibility for the experience of heaven on earth in the here and now. 4 plus 7 is 11. So we have triple ones on the board. At the beginning of this message, after I had Palo Santo'd myself and stuff, it was 111. I'm like, make a wish. We are the gateway of bliss, born for this. Yeah, absolutely it is. And that's what I love about our connection. Those of you here for the live and those catching the replay is we're in sync. We're working through the same things. Otherwise, you wouldn't resonate with a thing that I say, right? And even if you don't necessarily agree with what I say, you feel the vibratory, like we heal through sound, right? Through voice. So you heal. You are receiving, and that's why you're here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And we're the ones that are moving through the confusion. We're moving through the chaos, and in the midst of it, we are maintaining some level of balance. We ought to be proud. We really ought to be proud of ourselves. And if you're not proud, no one's told you lately, I am so freaking proud of you. And I would like you to go to the mirror and let yourself know how freaking proud of yourself you are too, because it's not easy work to do, right? And it is work. It is work, changing the human conditioning, changing the human mind, the neural pathways that were seeded a long time ago, changing the human, calming the nervous system in a world that always wants to have our nervous systems jacked up. I spoke about that last week when that woman was, lost her life on her front lawn in her garden. An 80-year-old Canadian woman who was a school teacher, for her life, married 60 plus years, lost her life on the front lawn to the third world that we have endorsed in this country, that we have welcomed, because Canadians love to be bleeding hearts. We're the do-gooders of the world. We're the peacekeepers to our demise, to our detriment. It's not what it once was. So it's really important that we're able to keep coming back and sharing and seeing that, we're moving through the same stuff and we're supporting one another. And so thank you so much for your support. Thank you for continuing to do the work that a lot of others don't want to do, right? Because the illusions, it's like the bursting of the balloon. I might have to put that up as my profile picture again. The bursting of the balloon. And you know what? I've had lots of balloons bursted, which is probably why I'm able to sit here and share and kind of make light of it. Because if we don't find the humor in things, life is going to be like a drag. And for the vast majority of people, it kind of is a drag of the same old, same old, same old, same old. And, we are the ones here forging a new path. Archangel Michael has put his boot to our ASS and put when he's had to, and he's also put his shield in front of us and protected us and encouraged us to keep going forward. Don't give up. And there's been many moments in recent weeks that I'm just like, why am I even still doing this? I don't understand. Like, why am I still doing it? You want to know why I'm still doing it? Why I'm still sitting here? Because it's a calling of my heart. I can't help it. I can't turn away from it. I can't walk away from this, even if I tried. And there's been times over the years I've tried. 2025 has seen me rather consistent, gratefully, because this is the year we switch to thrive. We start really enjoying the ride, and it has been a bumpy magic carpet ride. Yet we store within us ancient wisdom, which we are meant to rediscover and uncover and share, because it's the medicine. We are the modern day mystics who are bringing ancient medicine, ancient wisdom to this timeline to support the shift. And we're all going to be fine. We're going to be more than fine. We are going to thrive because we were born for this. We have been preparing for this for quite some time. It's those who are mushy minds, third eye blind, who aren't prepared for what is coming to their home and native land. And that's when they're going to be coming to people like us and saying, how did you know? How could you see? And many of you likely were people like me in school. Well, I mean, there was so much trauma that had gone on in the home again, and not like it wasn't, terribly abusive or anything. I'm speaking of like divorce and stuff like this, that children don't really need to be worried about. And so I was one of the people in school. I couldn't pay attention. I didn't absorb things like others. I was always in my own kind of little world, and I live that way as an adult. And the world that I live in is a world that is truly inclusive, truly supportive of the other, to remembering that we are each children of a divine creator. Okay, whatever you want to call that. And we're each here in this human experience to awaken and remember who we are and why we're here. And it's not for what we've been experiencing thus far. I'm just going to read some of the comments here. I'm so glad you resonate, Witness 222. Yeah, and a new moon in Scorpio, or a full moon in Scorpio? Full moon in Scorpio? Because the Scorpio time the new moon would have been back in November. But there was a big shift back in November, and we were all here gathered together at that time. We can remember that. And Scorpio that was the catalyst. In Scorpio season was the catalyst. And if we go back to some videos in November and December of 2024, this will be coming up. That is when it really started for us, those of us who are here to truly move through this 9-year as the hermit, who is going to let their star come out and shine. They're opening up the lantern and letting the world see their very own light. It's an exciting time. Yeah, absolutely. And this channel is a great journal. Yeah, absolutely. It was around the end of November. Let me see if I can find like, I know it was around, when was the Scorpio new moon in November? I think it was later in November, and it was right around as we were shifting from Scorpio into Sagittarius season. There was lots of talk at that time, like stuff had come up, big stuff, and and before that, it was the Pisces new moon was it last year? Yeah, 2024. That was really kind of, for me personally, it was, and I believe it was March 10th of 2024. That Pisces new moon was big revelations. And as the feminine, it was huge revelations around the masculine, and not so much how necessarily the wound of the masculine. It was also how the feminine had perpetuated wounds towards the masculine. So there's been a lot going on, and I'm so glad that we're here and we're remembering, because it's not an overnight shift. We don't make these shifts overnight. These transitions take time. and as the human, as the one having the third dimensional, yet also multi-dimensional experience, what is the vessel? The vessel is the flesh and bone. And so we have to support the flesh and bone. We have to support our physical body as we make these transitions. And the most important thing we can do is create ease and peace in our life. Oh my gosh, 12:21 on the clock, 12:21 p.m. That's so cool. Thank you, Frank. It's always around. Yeah, my videos kind of turn out to be the best therapist I ever have when I'm guided to go back to one. There's one that keeps popping up in my, oh, it's today on my Facebook memories. There's an intuitive energy forecast. Actually, I should probably get that and see if I can clip that in here from years ago. Like, I think it was 9 years ago. Let me see if I can find it handy quick here. Because if I can, because it kept coming up, like, and it's here. So, oh gosh, let's see. June 20, 20, June 2020. Oh, how can I share that? And it was eclipse season. So I said, as we enter eclipse season, there are a few key things we are asked to do. Go deeper inside of our personal experience, face our shadow, and in parentheses, we all have one. Reflect, rest, meditate, forgive all. Happy journeying, fellow humans of Mother Earth, children of the stars. Okay, so I'm gonna, gosh, look at me. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to copy that link and I'm going to stick it here in the chat. And you can go back and have a look at it if you're interested. There you go. And I'll also put it in the description box. And yes, it's a universal 9-year. We're letting go of things. And we are like, oh, I meant to bring my phone yesterday. Those who were here yesterday will know that we got the oak tree from the Tree Angel Oracle. Yesterday, I was driving to work and I took a picture of a license plate in front of me, Oak 181. And I giggled because it was like oak and then the number 10. Stand your ground, you mighty little nut. The oak tree is nothing but a little crazy little nut that once stood its ground and decided to open up. And that is representative of all of us. It's so cute when we can look at life that way. I don't know that one. Yeah, and oak was like, I said I was going to bring that piece of prose here today. I've read it here on this channel, and I'm going to try to find it now because I did say that. The mighty oak. The mighty oak prose. Yeah, there it is. So here it goes. And it says it's a mighty oak. I love this. My dear Uncle Reg, when he was 18 years old, he had a diving accident. It was in 1971. I was a year, like not quite a year, had a diving accident and he broke his neck and severed his spinal cord. And so he lived the rest of his life as a quadriplegic and passed away in 2006. And anyways, over the years, he taught himself, he wore braces on his hands and stuff, but he taught himself he worked with a computer and he would write like cards and stuff for us. And those are my most prized possessions that I have. And he actually typed this poem out for me and then signed it in his handwriting. Here it goes. The mighty oak. The mighty wind blew night and day. It stole the oak tree's leaves away. then snapped its boughs and pulled its bark until the oak was tired and stark. But still the oak tree held its ground, while other trees fell all around. The weary wind gave up and spoke. How can you still be standing, oak? The oak tree said, I know you can break each branch of mine in two, carry every leaf away, shake my limbs and make me sway. But I have roots stretched in the earth, growing stronger since my birth. You'll never touch them, for you see, they are the deepest part of me. Until today, I wasn't sure of just how much I could endure. But now I've found, with thanks to you, I'm stronger than I ever knew. Oh, how beautiful. How beautiful. That's you. Thank you. That's you. And I feel like to just wrap this up today, we're going to get a card from my original Oracle deck, Everyday Wisdom, a card or two or three. We'll see. My guides are encouraging me to use these cards more these days. Infinity. Number 6. We've got this the crystals in here in the center. It's howlite. The white one, and in the center it's Oralite 23. You are an eternal being of light with no beginning and no end. You are infinite and whole, your potential unlimited. Tap into your light as it shines within you. Our dreams really do come true, folks. They're saying, look at the bottom card. Look at the bottom card. Okay. Warrior, be brave, be strong, be powerful, be you. And that was me on doing Warrior 1 on Cadillac Mountain in Bangor, Maine, USA, with the lady that helped me create. She actually is the one that put this deck together. And unfortunately, we've lost the file for the deck. It no longer exists. So I'm in the process of a new creation. And the new creation actually is much, this is a great deck. It was a great deck for really working with the natural world and the elements. And it feels like this new deck that's coming through, we're about 27 cards into it. It really feels it's not to diminish this deck. It's at a higher level. It's next level. It's next level. So, and we've got if you add these numbers all up, folks, what do we got? 10. Wheel of Fortune. We are clearing the way so that we can really embrace our destiny. What I was hearing was our karmic destiny of fulfillment is the words that were coming through. And I was trying to hold myself back from saying it. And they're like, say it. So I did. Our karmic destiny, our abundant karmic destiny. Is there anything else? No, it doesn't feel like there's anything else. Feels like that's a wrap for today, folks, at 433477. Lucky sevens. Thank you all so much for showing up today. Witness 222 and my dear brother Milos, thank you so much. I'm so happy you were here today. There will be a recorded video here that'll premiere for you tomorrow at 11:44 a.m. Check that out. I will be back here Thursday morning live, and we will be back here Friday night for our Friday night live free card pulls. Tell your friends, tell your families, invite them all. It's a great time. I'm so excited and looking forward to connecting with you all again really soon. Thank you so much for just everything, your love and support and the encouragement that you send my way. It supports me in each and every day. And I'm so grateful that we fulfilled our agreement and reestablished our connection in this timeline. I see you. I feel you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.